Welcome back, you guys, to another episode here on Chef Chronicles. So bear with me. I am taking it easy, and I have gotten my confirmation that I need to get back to what I need to do best, right? And that is here to teach. So today you see some wonderful peaches, and I am going to tell you some wonderful facts about some peaches. Peaches are the most amazing thing that we use for multiple things, such as peach cobbler. And if you love peach cobbler, this is the best time to get the peaches right now because they're so going to be not in season anymore. So stock up on them, put them in the freezer, and then you have peaches in its non-season. Okay, so peaches are available from May to October with the peak season of July and August. And sometimes peach season may start a little bit early as in April, depending on the region, such as Florida. And if you like to go to farmers market and you want more of a farmers type peaches, you would definitely go into farmers market, and most likely they'll probably be there around July, August-ish, right? So when you go into the store, I like to purchase my peaches that are really firm, so that way it has time to ripen before I can use them. Sometimes I don't do that, but I really prefer to go and buy firmer peaches because I may not use it that same day after shopping, right? So when you're in the store, you go ahead and pick up your peaches, like so. And you just gently press it with your thumb, and you can tell that as I'm pressing it, no juices are leaking out from that indent where I'm pressing it, and it still has that firm peach. So just a gentle press on it, it should feel like a tennis ball. So when you press a tennis ball with your thumb, it should still have like a slight pushback to it. When you press it and it has like any type of leakage, or it makes an indent to it, or it's mushy, do not pick it. It is bad. Just push it away to the side and keep looking. Another way that you can tell that your peaches are in that ripe season, especially if you're going to use it right then and there, it will have that sweet, fruity aroma smell. The next thing would be like the color. So if you look at peaches, and I'll get a little bit more deeper into this, but you see like peaches have like this reddish, yellowish, orangish color. That's like a sign of sun exposure. So like if you see a peach and one side is like a yellowish orange and the other side is red, that's just a symbol of exposure to sun. So remember, peaches, depending on which type of peaches that you picking up into the store, it can definitely ripen anywhere between 1 to 3 days, depending on how firm the peaches are. Peaches are rich in vitamin and minerals such as iron, low in calories, aids in eye health, and so much more, right? There are variations of peaches such as white, yellow, donut, nectarine peaches are originated from China, right? So definitely from China, definitely to Georgia, and it's all over. So it says it's originated in China. We're going to go with that. There are three types of peaches, right? There are clingstone peaches. Clingstone peaches are usually the sweetest and more, we're not going to go with the word juicy, but we're going to say juicy, of all peaches. But the difference between clingstone peaches is that the pit inside of it makes it a little bit difficult to remove. So in order to eat clingstone peaches, you have to cut it in a center or in a way and cut it in half to expose the pit. And you may have to use pliers to remove it or a paring knife to get the pit out. Okay, the next type of peaches that we all probably are purchasing in the stores are peaches that are called freestone. Freestone are great for eating, baking, and canning, can cut down the middle, and the pit is easy to remove. Then there is another version called semi-freestone peaches, which is just basically a combination of clingstone peaches and freestone peaches, right? So it has the content of the juiciness of the peaches, but it may be difficult to remove the pit out. You see what I'm saying? So let's say, fun fact, you guys. So when it comes to peaches, the fuzz that is on the peaches is something that we all probably cannot stand, especially if you try to eat the peach right then and there. I definitely recommend to wash your peaches, but the only reason why the peaches has fuzz on it is to expose, not to expose it to water, and to prevent it from any type of bugs from getting into it, right? Another fun fact that many people don't know, I am not a doctor, but I am going to share this one with you. Peaches are naturally a stress reliever. So for all those people that, like to take certain things for stress, peaches are definitely one of those beautiful fruits that is easy to lower your stress. It has key nutrients and properties that will support your nervous system and improve your mood and aids in sleep. So again, I am not a doctor, but it may have a different effect on somebody else when it comes to me. So keep that in mind when you are eating peaches. There are people that are probably allergic to peaches. You will have to just find another alternative, but peaches really do help with that natural stress reliever. So if you have stress and you're going through something, eat some peaches. Okay, so now we're down to the nitty gritty of our peaches. So what I'm going to do is do a few things with peaches, right? So I'm going to take my peaches and I'm going to use a peeler and I'm going to peel my peaches, which is going to expose the fruit. Again, this is also in the waste video. I'm also teaching you guys about your fruit. So just peel off your peaches and put the skin to a side. Exposing the flesh. Okay, so now that my peaches are definitely peeled, I have now the flesh. Keep in mind that any food that is fruits or vegetables is definitely a ready to eat food. So definitely if you're preparing for people, you want to wear gloves. Unfortunately, my nitrogen gloves did not arrive yet, so I cannot wear non-latex. I have to wear non-latex. So we're just going to go ahead and cut our peaches to expose where the pit is. So just go ahead and cut around, right? And then we're going to save the flesh in a bowl. So go ahead and continue doing that until it's done, right? Exposing that where the pit is and put that in to the side. Okay, so now that all the flesh is definitely cut off the peaches, go ahead and set that to a side and we're going to save that for later use. Right, with all your scraps like the peels and the peach pit, we're going to go ahead and put that into some water. Okay, so I have a pot of water, total about 4 cups, and I put all my peach skins and all my peach pits inside there, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that to a boil. What I am doing is creating a concentrate of peach liquid, so make sure that you have enough water to cover all your peaches inside here. Bring it to a boil and I'll be back. Okay, so once you add in all the sugar, you definitely taste it and adjust it to how sweet you would like it, but 2 to 1 is what I'm using. So next we're going to go ahead and add in some lemon juice, and we're going to bring this back to a boil and allow it to simmer so it can thicken. Now keep in mind, remember what I said in the previous video about different types of fruit having like a low pectin, that is a natural pectin inside of it, and some fruits definitely have a high pectin in it, which things like lemons, limes may have a high pectin, so that's why a lot of people use pectin. But if you want to go into the store and buy pectin in a box, they have it inside the store near you. All right, see any white stuff that's on there? We're just gonna go ahead and remove that out. Okay, so we're gonna let this simmer roughly around 15-20 minutes maybe, and we're gonna stir it occasionally just so that way it doesn't scorch the bottom of the pan. So while that is going, we are going to go ahead and show you guys the next thing that you can do with your peaches. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and show you our next thing, which is you can make peach nectar, right? So using about 2 peaches, right? To the blender, to about a cup of water. We're going to just blend that until it's nice and smooth and you have peach juice. So that is the third thing you can do. Then we're gonna blend it. It's gonna get a little bit noisy. So definitely it depends on how much peaches you have. If you have more than what I have, you will definitely have to keep on doing the process. So the very next thing we're going to do is just strain it through a fine mesh strainer and continue the process. And there you have it, some wonderful peach juice that is dripping right there. I'm just using my spatula to push it through so it could be a lot more smoother and you can just drink some peach juice, right? Okay, so now we have our peach juice, right? Not only do we have peach juice, now we have peach puree. Now you could definitely use the peach puree for something else, but we're going to put that to the side in the fridge and we're going to continue making our nectar. After letting my peach juice sit overnight so it could develop the flavor, you don't have to if you don't want to, you just go ahead and skip that part, but I did. So all I'm going to do is take my peach juice and add it into a pot. Okay, so now that we have our peach juice inside the stock pot, anywhere between a cup to a half a teaspoon or a half a tablespoon or a tablespoon, depending on your liking, is how much sugar you're going to put in per cup, right? So taste it and adjust. Okay, so now that you have your sugar and it's to your liking, so like I said, the sweetness could be depending on you. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and add in is either lemon or lime juice. So I did about a half a lime inside mine. Like I said, you could adjust the lime or lemon to your liking. You could do anywhere between a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. So the next thing I'm going to do is bring this to boil for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 3 to 5 minutes and it definitely has come up to a boil / simmer. All I'm going to do is remove this off the heat and allow it to cool, and then I'm going to store it away into a jar, and that is it. You have your peach nectar with only a few ingredients compared to buy in the store. Okay, so this one is pretty simple. All I'm going to do is take my puree of peaches and turn it into something for the kids. But you can definitely use your peach puree for anything. So all I have is 2 cups of puree inside here, and I'm going to add some lemon juice and something sweet like sugar, honey, agave syrup, or your choice at home. See, just going to spread it out on my little mat here like so, and all we're going to do is pop it into the oven at 170 degrees and allow it to dehydrate in our oven for 3 to 5 hours. So if you really wanted to make something like this, I would definitely start in the morning. In 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours, it should be ready. Okay, and there we have it, you guys. I have made a couple of things just using peaches, and I could have did so much more, but I'm gonna stop where I'm at because I have no more peaches. So I could definitely take the peach nectar and definitely create something out of it if I wanted to, like a juice or something else if I wanted to. But here it is, peach nectar / peach juice, because we turn it from juice into nectar. Then we have some peach leather here. Then we have our peach. I would say it came out more like a syrup / compote kind of thing. Let me show you. So you see, so it almost has like that jelly consistency, but it definitely would have been a lot more better if I had like the pectin from the store, but I was trying not to do it. So I will say this is a combination of syrup, compote, or, you know, jelly. What you guys think? And there you guys have it. 3 beautiful things that you can do with peaches. See you later.